And now, Private Eye, Detective Marvin in The Mysterious Mustard Case. Welcome to Private Eye, Detective Marvin. This is Bradley Brooks.
This is Nicole James.
This is Jordan Sim.
This is Richard West Stefanec.
And now, The Mysterious Mustard Case. We take you back to the summer of 1950-something. The mean streets of New York City. The man, Private Eye Detective Marvin, sits in his messy office talking secrets with his best friend, Jack Daniels. The whiskey, that is. It was just a normal day until she walked in.
Hey there, mister.
She had legs that went from her ankles to the bottom of her short ruby red dress. She appeared to be 7 feet tall. Of course, Detective Marvin was sitting down. She was actually about 5 foot flat. Her pouty lips matched her dress. They were the type of lips that would make you wanna
Kiss.
Pardon?
Did I just say that out loud?
Are you the famous PI?
If by PI you mean Private Eye.
And by I mean investigator.
And by Dick you mean detective.
I didn't say dick.
You just did.
Listen here, I'm Mrs. Fatale. Well, I used to be Mrs. Now I'm a widow.
So, you're telling me you're single, miss?
Call me Gemme. My husband died a week ago in a tragic fire. And the insurance company won't release the money to bury him until a detective signs off on it.
Well, today's your lucky day. I'm a detective.
I know. I heard you're the best.
In a city full of gritty, hard-nosed detectives, Marvin considered himself the hardest-nosed of all of them, with grit to spare. He would stop at nothing to make sure this red-dressed Gemme Fatale would get what she deserves.
So what is your name, detective?
Marvin.
I know that. I mean your first name.
Marvin.
Oh. Then your last name?
Marvin.
So, Marvin?
Marvin.
Well, Marvin, will you take my case?
Yes, Gemme Fatale. I'll go down to police headquarters and get the file now.
I knew you were the man for the job.
Then she leaned in and gave him the most passionate kiss of his life. Never before has his cheek been kissed like that. Even though she had thick mustard breath, it was special.
Oh, gee golly.
Then, down at police headquarters... Well, look at here. If it isn't Marvin, I understand you're investigating the John Fatale murder.
Just give me the file, Commissioner O'Connor.
Yeah, all right. Here you go. But you'd better not go signing off on it.
We'll see about that.
Marvin went to investigate the burned-down accounting building.
The police file shows that the fire started in the back room. Apparently, Mr. Fatale was found with a pair of scissors lodged into his neck. His body was burned up unrecognizable to anyone. Plus, there were mustard stains on the scissors. Interesting. Also, his assistant Fred Herring is missing.
Hello, detective. I saw the whole thing, I did.
And who are you?
My name's Easten, London. I witnessed it all, I did. Blimey, fire started, then the bloody Dame Gemme comes running out like a bat out of hell.
No, Gemme was at home at the time of the fire.
Don't get your knickers in a twist. You better believe this, gal.
He did not, but he did notice the food vendor across the street.
Hot dogs, get your hot dogs. Hey, you mister, you walking there, you should be walking in. You know what I'm saying? I'm walking in with hot dogs. You want one?
I'm investigating the fire.
What are you, a cop? You wearing a wire? I'm no snitch, can't get a word out of me. But you can get a hot dog. Normally 50 cents, but for you, $5. Wink, wink. Comes with information you might want to know.
Here's a $5.
So I sees that girl Gemme, right? She comes out and gets a hot dog. I says to her, you want mustard? Of course. Like a horse, she wants some mustard. She freaking loves mustard.
Did you say mustard?
Yeah, I said mustard.
Mustard.
Mustard!
Then what happened?
Then she goes into that building. I see her husband leave and comes back in a cabbie. Then Gemme runs out, jumps in the cab, and they speed off just as the fire rages.
Well, thanks, hot dog guy.
Detective Marvin sat in his office. He had all the facts now and knew just what to do.
Well, this case seems pretty open and shut. The fire started in the back room. Mr. Fatale tried to escape but slipped on mustard, falling onto a pair of scissors. Then, his assistant Fred Herring left town because of how sad he was missing his boss. Well, accidents happen. I guess I better go tell Gemme Fatale her paperwork is signed off.
Detective Marvin went to the hotel where Gemme Fatale was staying.
Hey, Gemme, it's me.
Oh God, what are you doing here?
I signed off on your paperwork. You're getting a ton of money from insurance. It can be hard being so lonely. I was wondering if...
Honey, is that room service?
John, be quiet.
John, like John Fatale, your husband.
No, that's, not him.
Just then, John Fatale came out of the bathroom wearing nothing but a towel, except the towel was missing.
Uh-oh. This isn't good.
Listen, Marvin, it's not what you think.
Gemme put her hand on Marvin's chest.
Wow, is that a gun or are you happy to see me?
That's my Colt 45. So what is going on here? And can you put some clothes on?
Gemme quickly pulled out the gun, pointing it at Marvin.
Honey, shoot him!
I know how she really feels about me.
Bang!
You shot me in the arm. No, it was an accident. The gun does that sometimes, but...
Bang! Detective Marvin collapsed to the ground.
It was no accident, hon.
But what about that kiss?
Then her husband, John Fatale, stood over top of Detective Marvin.
Listen, Dick. We got the paperwork. The money's ours. Looks like you die here. Just as my assistant Fred Herring died at the building instead of me.
That makes sense. Please, go put on some pants.
This is the last thing you're ever gonna see.
Okay, I'm ready. Just shoot me.
Jim, let me have the gun.
Why, of course, John.
I'm gonna watch you suffer, Marvin.
Well, I just want to stop watching you. Just kill me.
Well, okay then.
Bang! The gun went off, but it wasn't Marvin's. It was Commissioner O'Connor's, shooting John dead.
Blasted Irishman!
Well, looks like Commissioner Jimmy O'Connor saves the day again.
Well, Gemme, looks like you get to spend your insurance money. In jail.
Dick, please, don't make this harder than it has to be.
So ends the mysterious mustard case of John and Gemme Fatale, solved by Private Eye, Detective Marvin.
A radio play, why do we need to see us?
People can listen to the podcast or...
I'd rather prefer
Yeah.
to watch them talk for some reason.
Yeah.